Let's see what they want to do. Play action with Nix. Got to use check, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 40. Charbonnet now up the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Okay, ready? New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll throw again. Nix. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Charbonnet. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Ty Johnson now to return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They bring the tight end in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed. Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Nick's off the play action. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Jets get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
They managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down give to Hall. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, New York.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. This time it's a passing play. Hall there to haul it in.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
19 Lions. Go.
Pass play coming here. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he'll get it up to the 27. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action on 1st down. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And he's down by contact after picking up the 1st.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Jets.
Ready up. Go, check. Here we go.
Now a handoff to Algier. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Algier with another carry. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
The Jets take their 1st time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
18 Cardinal.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. He's going to throw this one. This is reeled in by Wilson. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At their 48-yard
Let's go.
line.
Roll. Check go.
Nix from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. On the move into the red zone. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a 13-0 lead. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They kick the running back in motion.
19 tight. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 18 left. 18 left. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Left wing 19. Go.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Oh, he put everything he had in. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Broncos get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
A give left side to Charbonnet. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. A big play. 23 yards to move those chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Ready.
Nix with it on 1st. Taken in by Likely. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
The tackle by Leo Chanel. Tackled back at the
That brings us to the
26-yard line.
2-minute warning here at Mile High. And it's the Broncos in trouble with 2nd and 15.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
To throw, here's Nix. Complete to Mims. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go. Check go.
Blitz coming, Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Kicking team out to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Corley reels it in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll throw on 1st. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They're throwing it. Able to find Corley. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. And wait, what's this? They fake the spike. He was looking Malachi Corley's way there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets chop some of the lead off before the half. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Another carry for him. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. He's on the move. He can run it. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing. and at least move them forward.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Finds the in route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They start the half with a give to Hall. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 48. Finds his target, Hall. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, that's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Receiver in motion, headed right. They go play action on first. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Broncos regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll throw it. Hauled in left side. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Throwing off the play fake here. He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
We send a man in motion. 2nd and 10 now. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Slot man motioned over. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Hall there to haul it in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Working quickly here. Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Pickup of 2 here. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 39. Buying some time right. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender comes away with it. And the Broncos take over on his 11th interception of the campaign.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw.
It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it's a turnover, the defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Wilson on the slant. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. Oh, my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Nix from the gun. Shakir with the grab. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Taken in by Likely. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for Charbonnet. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Nix. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Jets football. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here we go. 19, right here. 19, right.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wilson's got it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. A dose of the hurry up offense here. Desperation time here on 4th. Into traffic, complete. And he will get the first as they touch him down. Throwing it again here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
19 tight. Let's go now. 18 left. 18 left.
He'll throw it yet again. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
Here's Algier on 1st down. He breaks the tackle. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Offense up to the line fast. Here's 2nd and 2. Putting the body on the line for his team. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of a game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, but because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Jets losing by 14. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Finds his target, Hall. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Home. Does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. The Jets take their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the Broncos have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
Here's Gibson on 2nd down. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. So to decide it